welcome to Play on News, where everything is a play on news. Let's get right into this. A couple of topics I want to talk about, nothing really crazy, but one of them is a Spider-Man Miles Morales trailer. That trailer just dropped and it looks amazing. When I say amazing, I mean wow. I was a big fan of the original Spider-Man game, and I thought that game was just breathtaking. It blew me away. The way it showed Miles Morales, I think he was actually with gold balls, which is pretty interesting because the way gold balls looked wasn't really in Spider-Man Far From Home. He was, I think gold balls was the big kid, and they made him in the Spider-Man game as well. This time they actually did the right thing because gold balls was Miles Morales' friend and not Peter Parker's. Next I want to talk about Sasha Banks. If anybody knows Sasha Banks from WWE, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's talented, she's Snoop Dogg's cousin. Now apparently she's also a fucking Jedi. She was spotted in the teaser trailer they just dropped for the new season of Mandalorian, season 2. They never really did confirm the rumors of Rosario Dawson getting the role of Ahsoka. If you look for the image of the hood, it doesn't really protrude up top. He has it coming down. Sasha doesn't have that in the trailer, so people are saying that she might be Sabine. That this might be the Mandalorian's take on Sabine from Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. So the new season of The Mandalorian season 2 drops October 30th. Roy Jones Jr. My boy, Roy Jones Jr. Let me break something down to you. Mike Tyson is not to be fucked with. Mike Tyson is not to be fucked with. I don't care what you watch or what the media tries to make out of Mike Tyson, that he's some type of joke. And I think Roy Jones had one of those moments to where you say something stupid or you agree to a fight, and then after the fight you think to yourself, you go, that might have been a bad idea. That's what's going on with Roy Jones Jr. right now. I think it's kind of too late to call it off, especially knowing Mike Tyson. He's not going to want to call that fight off. Best of luck to you, Roy, but yeah, man, your number's up. You have a right to be scared. Japan. So let's talk about Japan real quick. I've always wanted to live in Japan. Japan is amazing, but Japan also has a tendency to be a bit fucking weird. From selling underage girls' panties out of vending machines, I'm not joking, look this up, to selling anything you could possibly think of on their black market. Japan never misses a beat when it comes down to marketing. Mask.com. They opened up a store. Japan has always been big on masks. You've seen it, you've seen the memes, all that stuff. Japan has always been big on masks, and they're big on health. Let's not go hygiene, okay? The fish markets be crazy stinky, and being real, just 100%. They've been big on health. They've always been big on health. Japan is one of the cleanest places you can go to when it comes down to your medical well-being. But they finally opened up their first all-mask store. Pandemic, when you're talking about maximizing the potential of the pandemic, when it comes down to business acumen, just the business sense, to open up an all-mask store called mask.com. That's the name of the store. They also have an online store, just in case anybody out there want to visit. They also have an online store. You know what it's called? Wait for it, guys. Mask.com. What do you think of when you think of Call of Duty? Consoles, right? I mean, you don't really think of PC. I personally think this business move was dumb as fuck, but Activision went and they moved their entire Call of Duty League from console to PC. Now that wouldn't really be a bad thing. I mean, most leagues like Overwatch runs through PC. That's fine. But when you built your league up for so many years on the backs of controllers, and then you just go, yeah, we're gonna go to PC, people might be a little rightfully pissed off. But when the PC players are like, finally, we'll get our due, we'll get our justice, they go, no, because we can't get rid of all the pro players we already got. So even though they're on PC, they're not allowed to use keyboard and mouse. Now, what's the whole point of this? Why make something a PC exclusive like the League, but not allow keyboard and mouse in your professional tournaments? Their reasons is, well, everybody's used to controllers, so that's where we're going to keep them. We're going to keep them on controllers. So Jason Momoa, the Justice League, Ray Fisher, Cyborg, that movie fucking sucked. I didn't even go see it. I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but Splice, you didn't see the movie, so why are you saying that the movie sucks? One, nothing but reviews before I go see it. I'm not somebody who just takes a uncalculated gamble. I actually do my research, do my due diligence before I do anything, like spending $40 on movie tickets. Remember, I'm polyamorous. I don't just take one person to the movies. I take 3 people plus myself plus the kids to the movies. Kids up with an S to the movies. So going out to see a movie is not like a $20 affair for me. That shit goes into like close to $200 range with food, snacks, all that shit, gas, crazy shit. Yes, even though I didn't see the movie, I know what the movie's about. I did see some footage of the movie, you know, online on legal apps, you know. I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was too dark. It was, I don't mean dark as in the tone, I mean dark as in the fucking screen color. Like, it was just, I don't like movies like that, especially like kaiju movies. Like Pacific Rim got a few shots right, and then there's some where you're just like, I can't see shit. Like, they're all in the dark, and that's supposed to be some way to save on the animation budgets and all that stuff. Anyway, the whole point is the movie's too dark for me. I can't enjoy it. That's why I like Marvel movies, because even a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy, which takes place in space, even the shots of them in space, the interior of their ship is still well lit. Like, I just... Anyway, Jeff Johns, who's a big DC name, especially when it comes down to the comic books themselves, him and a few other people on the set after Zack Snyder left, like Joss Whedon, you know, of Buffy fame. Only thing good that came out of Buffy, honestly, in my opinion, is Faith and Angel. Faith is Lycha Dushku, and she's fucking amazingly beautiful. I mean, she needs more work. Please, Hollywood, give her more work. Angel, I forget what's his name, Boreanaz? David Boreanaz, I think. But yeah, he had his Bone show. Yeah, that's all cool, but he needs a better show. A show that focuses mainly on him and like something supernatural, because he's an amazing vampire actor. Anyway, after Zack Snyder left and Joss Whedon took over, there was a lot of abuse and words being thrown, and just treat the staff and the crew like shit. And I can't support that. I can't stand by that. That's not something I'm for or I'm about. So Ray Fisher called attention to it. Warner Brothers been ignoring it. They've been putting out everything else at DC Fandom to try to distract from it. Jason Momoa was posting things to his Instagram story and supporting, but he wasn't really saying much. But now he's come out and made a statement. And basically in the statement, I'm not going to read it right now because I know this video is getting kind of long, but in the statement, basically he was saying that Ray Fisher's right. He stands by Ray Fisher, and Warner Brothers needs to get this shit together. And we all know what's going to happen. Warner Brothers is going to sweep this under the rug, send some people to some sensitivity training. Somebody's going to be the sacrificial lamb. They're going to fire him, and they're going to pretend none of this. Like, the problem is not deeper than just 1 or 2 individuals. The problem is the entire company, but nothing is going to change with this. We know this. But we'll keep an eye on the situation here at Play On News, and we'll see how it develops. Finally, out of all the topics, I want to talk about something fucking amazing and something that I personally back. There's a documentary currently on Netflix. It debuted on September 15th, and let me get the name for you. It is called Frozen: A Quest to Live Twice, and it's about a family whose daughter had a rare illness and she died. And when the father basically said in the documentary that while she was alive, he was actually debating cryogenically freezing her while she was still alive to try to preserve her life. And hopefully, I mean, these got to be millionaires or something. I don't know where they're getting that money from. But hopefully when there's a cure, they can unfreeze her, give her the cure, and she can live a healthy life that way, because the girl's still relatively young. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. The young girl sadly passed away. But the dad is so determined. He did not wait not 1 second, not an iota of a second, excuse me. He went and he froze his daughter and said, well, one day there will be technology, which I do agree with, that will allow her to come back to us and keep living. Whether they restart her heart or whether you can preserve the soul, the spirit, I don't know. But I am a fan and a supporter of cryogenically freezing people. Why? Because of the fact that I want to be cryogenically frozen too. I am definitely afraid of passing away. I'm not an atheist. I would say, if anything, I'm agnostic, even though, you know, I was born and raised with religious values. I do believe that there's a God. I do believe that Jesus was real. I do believe that there can be a heaven or hell. But the only thing is, I'm also a man of science. I can't blindly believe in something that I can't see or know happened definitely. That's all that we have for today for the first ever video of Play On News. I mean, if you guys like this, like seeing me talk and seeing gameplay happening, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, drop comments in the no section below. Keep playing on. Deuces, game over, bitches.